Hey everyone, Damien Vidovic here from the Demo Network once more, bringing you a 3 vs 3 Dawn of War Soulstorm replay on the Alvarez map. So yeah, we've got the bottom right team versus the top left team, as you can see in the minimap. And on the bottom right, we've got the, let's see, Imperial Guard, Dark Elder, and some more Dark Elder just for good luck. And top left, we got the Orcs, more Orcs, and the Space Marines. So yeah, it should be an interesting game. I haven't commentated on a 3 vs 3 in a bit of a while, so I might be a bit rusty, but what the hey, well, so we can do about staying with the action as it develops, I suppose you could say. So just have a look at the opening builds. Space Marines going for a pretty standard build, Orcs going for a pretty standard build, a couple of Slugger squads. Interestingly, they're not building anything. Here we go. They're building the Shooter squad from the back, so they're going with a bit more of a ranged build. Topmost Orcs are going for a couple of Slugger squads with a big mech, so they're going for more of a melee build. And as for the Elder, Dark Elder should I say, got a pretty standard build, a whole of blood coming out, and I can't seem to see any... Oh, here we go. A bit of commander unit coming out to the Archon should I say. So yeah, it looks like they're going a bit melee heavy as well with their Mandrakes as well. So as for these middle Dark Elder, they're going for a vehicle build with the Dark Foundry. Can't see any units being made by them though. And the bottommost Imperial Guard have gone for pretty standard build, a couple of Guardsman squads, and can't see any commander. Oh, there he is. So yeah, and the commander units as well. So yeah, as you can see, they're assaulting the leftmost Space Marine squad, is actually going to tier 2 rather early. So yeah, as you can see, they unfortunately won't have anything to defend against the command squad. So I'm not entirely sure if maybe going for tier 2 so early was the best thing to do on this sort of map. Maybe if he was in the middle, or actually maybe not the top, but yes, yeah, somewhere in the middle where, you know, it'd be easier to defend his base by using his allies, it might have been better. But yeah, unfortunately, it's if it weren't for that big mech, it actually would have given the command squad pretty much free reign over that base. And, yeah, got a bit of minor engagements happening. Just slicing and dicing by the Mandrakes on the Orc squad. So Mandrakes are actually pretty good melee unit. They're a bit of a melee glass cannon, as it were, because they do quite a bit of damage, but they are pretty fragile as well. So a bit of an interesting unit to have actually. And Orcs seem to have gone pretty heavy on ranged damage actually, so they're driving back the Mandrakes. And okay, looks like we've got the first vehicle coming out for this middle Dark Elder player, so that'll be the Reaver jet bikes. They're pretty good in ranged combat. It looks like the Imperial Guard are not deciding to join in the melee in the middle yet, for whatever reason, even though they probably should. We're looking at pretty significant portion of the Dark Elder's Mandrakes being used there, and the command squad at the same time. So they're managing to do quite a bit of damage. But yeah, unfortunately they got massacred, just leaving behind the Archon squad defend for themselves. So yeah, finally seeing a pretty concerted battle on both sides actually. By the looks of it, the bottom right team seems to be winning, I think, for forcing the Orcs a bit back. The Reaver jetbike somehow managed to survive that. That's quite something, because it seems to be straight in the middle of it actually. And yeah, one of the Dark Elder players was saying they didn't want Drakes anyway, which is a bit of a shame really, because they're a pretty decent unit, and they would have done pretty well for disrupting a ranged squad like this big mech with Shooter Boy squad, for example. But then again, we do have commander units who can do the same thing instead, and we've got a Land Speeder coming up by the Space Marine squad, so very interesting build actually. You don't normally see vehicles coming out that soon for Space Marines, especially with such a quick tier 2. So will the Space Marine player be able to make a count? That's the question. So I think I'm doing a bit of damage so far and staying alive. Same with the Dark Elder Reaver jet bikes, which have managed to come out pretty early as well. So it's a special thing about the Dark Elder. They can build their own vehicle factory or Dark Foundry without having to build any other buildings besides the command center, which, well, actually not entirely sure if they even have to build that, to be honest. But, so yeah, it's quite an advantage really, so they can either go with a vehicle start or a barracks start. But unfortunately, yeah, it looks like the land speeders are going to be tearing apart. There goes one. And yeah, they'll most likely go a second one, so managed to scare away the one of the land speeders with the command units. But yeah, it's going to need some serious repairs if it's going to do any damage to the battle. We've got another, I think it's another Mandrake squad coming out, and on the top right there. So yep, seeing quite a battle happening on the left actually. Those land speeders are making a bit of a difference, and they haven't died yet. And wisely the orcs sending in some their Gretchen, which just died, to try to repair them, but unfortunately that didn't work. So yeah, doing a pretty good job keeping the land speeders alive. So land speeders are a bit, yeah, a bit like glass cannons as well. They can do a bit of damage, well, to infantry, I suppose, and to light vehicles, but and they can jump around as well, but they can't take much damage though. So yeah, they almost killed off that unit who managed to hide out in the listening post. And yeah, as you can see, I didn't notice that before, but it seems that land speeders can actually outrange listening posts. So that's pretty good ability to have. I didn't think their range was actually that long. I thought it was a range of maybe standard bolt, but not a range of a heavy bolt, which they seem to have. Which I suppose isn't that surprising really, because they have heavy storm bolters, well, some sort of bolters anyway, mounted. And we're seeing a pretty interesting ranged battle happening here, but unfortunately it looks like the Dark Elder have lost all of their ranged units, while the Space Marine squad, Space Marines still have two of their speeders out, and they have more coming out as well. So finally have a regular, well, a commander unit coming out, the Force Commander. Just seeing how the other players are reacting to this. So we're seeing targeting module and night shields go down for the Dark Elder, which means they are at tier 2. So by the looks of it, we'll be seeing plenty more Dark Reavers coming, or Reaver jetbacks, should I say, coming out by the midmost Dark Elder. As for the top right, or what is it, bottom right? I suppose bottom right, Dark Elder, we're seeing more of an infantry-based build. Scourges, and more Scourges coming out, along with a Homunculus, or Homunculus? Well, however you want to spell it, I don't know. Coming out, and yeah, it should be interesting. They've upgraded with Dark Lancers, obviously. Yeah, they're intending to engage the land speeders, but funnily enough, orcs have actually decided to build a well, so quite a bit of sluggers. We managed to build a couple of slugger squads just to keep them at bay, and wow, it's amazing. Scourges retreating against units that they're pretty much suited for. But as you can see, the orcs have managed to mass a few infantry units of their own, and we're not seeing any counterattack happening by the Imperial Guard. I'd say they would do much better in yeah, getting those guardsmen out there, but it looks like, yeah, they were just waiting to get a commissar, so possibly they might be waiting for a second commissar. Ah, no, they're not, they're pushing out as well. And yeah, they're certainly picking their timing to push out, having a pretty significant battle happening in the middle here for the middle player's base. Land speeders going forward a bit haphazardly, really. I mean, sure, the Scourges just started jumping back, but I'd say they probably should have been a bit more cautious. So yeah, as you can see, they lost 3 of their speeders. In fact, I think they've lost all of the oh no, they got 2 speeders in the back here, so thankfully speeders are relatively cheap, but at the same time you don't really want to lose them, as they cost quite a bit when you build them in groups. So yeah, as for the orcs, got a single big shooter. Not entirely sure why they haven't upgraded with more big shooters. And yeah, as you can see, another land speeder went down. Space Marines player being pretty careless actually with their land speed units, and we're actually seeing the situation turn around for the bottom right players. So orcs are teleported straight into Imperial Guard territory. Yeah, Imperial Guard are in tier 2, but for whatever reason they didn't build a tactic. I'm not entirely sure why, because especially with the amount of ranged units we have here, Imperial Guard really could benefit from yeah, either Grand Launchers or Plasma Guns. So Grand Launchers will be especially useful for knocking around these orc units that you see here. And yeah, as for handling melee orcs, I don't know, maybe the Dark Elder could use their Reaver jetbikes to handle them instead, but yeah, for whatever reason the Imperial Guards decided not to do that. Not totally sure why though. So they did build a mechanized command zone, and by the looks of it they do have a couple of Hellhounds, basically flamethrower tanks out as well. Yeah, as you can see, there goes one Reaver jetbike, there goes a second Reaver jetbike, and there goes a third Reaver jetbike. So unfortunately, Dark Order being a little bit careless as well with their Reaver jetbikes. Looks like they're decapping, yeah, they're using it to decap one of the points to stop that
4 minutes
countdown victory going down for the top left team. So yeah, top left team managing to make their way down with a couple of knobs, but unfortunately, yeah, it looks like their point was decapped. So pretty nice decap there. Looks like we have another decap going on with another Reaver jetbikes.